Hey guys, in this video I just want to show you a little bit about index notation and how we can rewrite basic numerals. So in these cases it might be numbers, more commonly like square numbers or cubic numbers, numbers like 81, 16, 4, etc. And we can write them in different forms, such as the expanded form, which is where we multiply it by its prime factors, and in this case 81 can be rewritten as 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So that's the expanded form. Or we can write it as an index form. So this is your index form here, and it's made up of two components. You've got what we call the base, which is the number that you're multiplying it by, and we have our index, which is how many times you're multiplying your base by itself. So we can rewrite 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 as 3 to the power of 4. That's how we say it, meaning that we're multiplying this number by itself 4 times. Now, we're not always using numbers. Sometimes you may be using letters. So if I had y times y times y, that's the expanded form. We can write it a little nicer in index form as y, which is your base, to the power of 3, which is your index. So I'm just going to do a couple of examples. So if I had, in all of these, I'm going to write these all in expanded form. So I'll start off with an easy one. You've got x to the power of 3, which means that we can rewrite that as x times x times x, which is now an expanded form. Now for this guy here, we've got 4 multiplied by x squared multiplied by y cubed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split up this x squared and the y cubed just as we did with the x cubed above. So I can rewrite that as 4 multiplied by x multiplied by x multiplied by y times y times y. And now it's in expanded form. Sometimes you'll have numbers. So in this case we just got the number 10. And it's in brackets, just meaning that I need to multiply everything in this bracket by itself 3 times. So I can rewrite 10 to the power of 3 as 10 times 10 times 10. Next one down, we've got a whole lot more going on in the bracket, but the bracket just means you multiply everything in here by itself however many times your index says. So we're going to multiply this by itself twice, so it's going to be 4yx multiplied by 4yx. Now it can get a little trickier. Sometimes you might have some numbers outside the bracket. So we've got 3 multiplied by our whole bracket 4 times. So it's going to be 3 times ay times ay times ay times one more ay. Now for the last one, sometimes they might throw a fraction or something at you, and it's same thing, same rule applies. I'm multiplying everything in this bracket by itself 3 times. So I can rewrite that as 2/3 times 2/3 times 2/3. So it doesn't matter what's in the bracket at all. Now we'll do a couple of examples going the opposite way. So going from the expanded form back into our index form. So just a couple of examples. And basically you just want to collect all the bases that are the same. So I've got all the I've got 2's as all my bases, so I can rewrite the base as 2. And I've multiplied it by itself 3 times, so I can write the index as the 3 and you're done. Now sometimes they might mix up numbers and letters, but you just group them. So I'm going to start off with the numbers first, because it's a little more conventional. So we've got 3 multiplied by 3, so I can rewrite that as 3 squared. Perhaps you want to write it as a 9. I'll do the y's first, because there's more of them. So I've got y times y, which is y squared. And then I've just got this t guy by himself at the back. So if you wanted to, you could rewrite that, I guess, as 9 y squared t also. Now for the last one, sometimes you might have a fraction. Don't overcomplicate it. Basically, if all of these guys are exactly the same, throw it all in a bracket and just put the power above. So it's 1/5 for all of them. So it's going to be 1/5. And we've multiplied it by itself 3 times, so the index is 3. Anyway, thanks for listening. Please subscribe and catch you next time.